I'm Lucid Fiasco, and welcome to Titanfall 2 Tips and Tricks.
Scorch is big, strong, and powerful. He's also one of the most challenging Titans to use and probably the most difficult to master. Let's talk about how to make Scorch really burn. A good Scorch user is a master of resources. The primary weapon of Scorch, the thermite launcher, is a good tool for taking out the occasional pilot, turret, or doomed Titan, but our real damage will come from the gas canisters, flame wall, and, maybe most importantly, the flame shield. First, let's discuss how to combat pilots as Scorch. Pilots will be a major nuisance, which is why you want to use Scorch when there are lots of Titans on the field, not lots of pilots. Because you don't have a consistent quick-firing weapon like most of the other Titans, your first priority will be to position yourself to simply avoid pilots if possible. Let your friendly Tone, Ion, or Ronin take care of them. If you are forced to combat pilots, you can hit them with a large beach ball-sized thermite ball. If pilots are peeking in and out, avoiding your thermite launcher, you can use gas canisters to flood entire areas with fire. Just be careful to avoid using up your canisters if there are Titans around. Also be aware that your firewall can be used on elevated platforms as a last resort. Quick side note before we talk about Titans, try not to use up your canisters or firewall on grunts, they're simply not worth the resources. Save your big damage abilities and simply walk over them. Okay, now on to Titan combat where Scorch really shines. First, let's establish a general mindset for Scorch. That mindset is going to be control. As Scorch, you are able to do massive damage to multiple Titans, but only if you're able to trap them in the areas that you have engulfed in flames. If they're able to simply run away from your attacks, you're not going to do much damage. Keeping this in mind, as Scorch, you want to pin your opponents in tight hallways or constricted quarters, especially if you can catch multiple enemies grouped together where they will have a tougher time escaping your AoE damage. Another important part of controlling your encounters is making sure that you protect your flanks and your rear. If you get pincered by multiple Titans, you're toast. Scorch is not good at improvising or retreating, and getting attacked from multiple angles is to be avoided at all costs. Always be sure that your back and flank are either clear or protected by friendly Titans. Now that we know how to position, how do we attack? Well, we want to give our opposition two choices: fire or more fire. Use the firewall or gas canister to block their escape routes. Use your flame shield to punish them should they try to run through you. The flame shield does great damage and can melt an enemy before they even realize their mistake. As Scorch, you should be doing massive damage to any Titans who choose to group together, disrupting what might otherwise be a real danger to your team. Especially in Last Titan Standing, you should force enemies to split up and become easier targets for your teammates. Finally, let's talk about Flame Core. It's pretty great. My tip here is simply use it. Many people wait around to try to hit multiple Titans or get super mega kills. Well, don't be so stingy. Using your Flame Core to instantly doom one Titan or kill a couple pilots who are harassing you can greatly extend your life and possibly help you reach another Flame Core long after you would have died otherwise. I know it's tempting to wait for the perfect moment to use this beast of an attack, but sometimes it's best to quickly dispatch of a couple enemies and focus on gaining that next Flame Core. Now on to kit suggestions. First, I use Turbo Engine for the extra dash. I need it, and unless you are extremely good with positioning, you need it too, especially with big, slow Scorch. Being able to dash back around corners when you see a North Star or dash forward to execute a Doomed Titan is just too valuable. Next, I love Inferno Shield. Flame Shield can not only protect you from front-facing damage in a pinch, but it also does crazy damage to any Titan trying to get up close and personal. Invite a Ronin to try sword attacking you and watch as they melt away in seconds. Being able to further improve the duration and damage of the Flame Shield is super powerful and will allow you to devastate any Titan in close quarter combat. Fuel for the Fire, Wildfire Launcher, and Thermal Plating are also viable depending on your playstyle, but Flame Shield is just too good for me to ignore. So to conclude, Scorch is all about control. He's all about focused attacks and smart positioning. Once you master those aspects, as well as his slightly tricky abilities, you will be able to dominate as Scorch. Take the time to learn, watch how other veteran Scorch players move, and before you know it, you'll be burning your way to the top of the leaderboard. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe or check out my channel for more Titanfall content. Also, due to some viewer interest, I will be uploading my first full gameplay video with analysis, a direction that I'm excited to explore. This isn't going to be a super mega 100 kill gameplay, instead more of an analysis of a normal game, highlighting my decision making, both good and bad. My aim is to help all Titanfall players get better at the game, so hopefully you can check it out and let me know what you think. Also, feel free to leave any suggestions for future tips and trick videos. Thanks for watching, and good luck out there, pilots.